Hey guys, it looks like we're live. And for those of you that don't know, this is my good friend Ro. And she's been away from YouTube a little bit, but she's coming back. So I wanted to have her on. I think most of you guys know Ro here, but if you don't, this is Ro. And the mods will be dropping her link in the chat throughout. And she also has a new website that she's launched, but I'll let her tell you about that. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder. Um,
Elliot.
for selling things, and she's got quite a bit of stuff that she shares with us. So, Ro, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I would say long time no see, but we just left each other about 2 hours ago, I guess. And I didn't make it to Chattanooga. I was supposed to go pick up my salt for my marine fish, and I started looking, and I thought, nah, I'm not going to fool with that. I'm going to get on home. But yeah,
It
we
started
spent.
raining.
It did. It started that, and I got hungry, so I went through Burger King instead, or Wendy's, I think. That was more fun than going to pick up salt. But
I got
yeah,
home.
we spent the day at Wick's Water World, or the afternoon, all afternoon, and I've already posted one of the vids from that, and then I've got another one I'll post later tonight. So
It
the
was
one with,
fun.
it was fun. That's the one with you up on the ladder in the tanks, digging around in the tank.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see. Let's see who's in here, just because that seems to be the tradition. Skipper's Gym and two-story houses. Maria Z. Oh, let me drop the link in here. Um, I had a special request for that, and I almost forgot it.
Must be a notification. You're live. I just got a notification on my phone.
Well, that was pretty quick. All
It
right.
was.
So there's Stephanie with I Hate Stupid People. There's Sean. There's Bobby with Tennessee Aqua. There's Tom at Skipper's Aquariums. There's Steph at I Hate Stupid People. There's Amy at Sand Creek Aquatics. Thank you, Maria Z. There's Maria at Maria Z. There's Goldnook at Pleco Tetra. Oh, shoot. I can't remember the name there. I knew I would do that and then not remember everything. She's switching computers, I think. This kid wants her phone or something. That was a special request. There's Eric, Carlos Aquatics, Pam at Punchy Paints. And now she's back in the Rainbow Room.
We're back.
You're back. Your voice was great, but now it's a little staticky. Who's that, Elliot?
That is little Elliot. Yep.
Yeah.
We all hung out today.
Elliot was with us today. Nathan Fishboy. Don't forget to hit the like. Maria's already on that. Boy. Amy again. Eric again. Let's see. You guys were partying down in here also.
Don't come back up.
Come in early because this is the week that Q doesn't go. You know, Ro, that's a thing you might investigate. Ro's thinking about. She's not rushing into anything, but she's thinking about doing streams on a regular schedule. Susie Q, that's usually right before me, goes every other Sunday now. I don't know how long she's going to do that, but that might be something you could work out and keep her time open. Nobody would dare try to take it. The Tennessee Fish Mafia would get them for sure, but maybe that's something you'd want to investigate. Doing the time before me that she's not doing. She may just be doing it for this month. I don't know, but that's a good time. So, all right. I think, let me go all the way to the bottom. Nathan Fishboy. I love Nathan's channel. He's in Australia. Greg the Guppy Guy. Sandy Howdy in Canada.
Be good action here.
Muppet 929. S. Sean. Bottom Dwellers, which is Angus Steele, or Steel Angus. I think that's about everybody. Nope, there's Craig in Australia. Filipino reef, any views of reef tanks? Filipino reef, I won't in this stream unless I get up and walk around. The only reef, I've got some saltwater tanks, but the only reef tank I have is just a little 20 long. It's got all my corals in there. I'm definitely not, I've only kept salt for 2 years. Things like Duncans and zinnias and stuff like that. So just beginner corals, basically.
I've kept salt. I had a 30-gallon long, and I had a little reef tank in it. Learned it was my very first saltwater aquarium, and I learned not to keep urchins with corals. So,
Well, Ro, I think that I have said, what you drinking?
coffee.
I just finished mine. I wish I'd made 2 cups. Oh, well. No, I have to get up early in the morning. No, I'm glad. Here's Ro's channel. Thank you, Skipper. And
Thanks.
Skipper was on at 6 to 7. Yeah, so he's on Sunday at the time. So good group on Sundays. Monster Fish Gal, that's Lori. So, all right. Where you been, Ro? What the hell you been doing?
Well, I went without internet for months, and I don't like to get out much. So, um, I was having to boost off my neighbor's Wi-Fi, and it was basically I would have one bar in one place in my house for signal. So, I didn't get online much, and I've just been chilling and you know trying to get things together over here on my end. I've had some plans in the works for different shrimp breeding I'm doing, and I'm trying to come up with the green jade, the orange, which I could go ahead and buy 'em, but the fun part's, playing with it until you get it right. And the purple, and I've got some fish breeding projects on the way. So maybe those tetras I bought earlier today, because I bought all the males they had the other day, and I had to get 5 females to go with them. So they're over here in the quarantine tank now, checking each other out, looking at each other like they're long lost friends have finally made it to the reunion.
Is that room you're in now is just all shrimp, right? That's your shrimp room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't give us a tour of it tonight.
Yeah, I can't because my son's got my phone.
See, that's supposed to be like the Briar Rabbit. Whatever you do, don't throw me in the briars.
Right.
Sometimes it works. Well, so what are you up to right now? What are you
Hanging out with you all.
right?
I have made a new website. I've only got a few things on it. I'll be putting a little bit on it at a time. So, you know, just trying to catch up and do everything else.
Are you going back and like watching people's live streams or videos? Or I know you haven't missed any of mine, but
Oh, right.
right, not a single second, right? Are you going back?
I have. I've been trying to be more active now that I got internet. So I'm popping in streams when I can. So I still got the 4 kids I've got to tend to, and my little small number of 13 aquariums in the house. Other than that, I'm looking for work. So
Awesome. Awesome. Still News did a super chat, and I give my super chats to the art. I don't know if I told you that, Ro, or any money the channel makes. It does make a little bit every month now, but I don't give it to the art shelter. It's a nonprofit, and that's where it goes. So, Steele did $5 in your honor and said, "Glad you're back."
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be back. I've really missed everybody.
Do you know Steele?
I've never met in person, no.
But you know who he is, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yep. Well, they're throwing your links up there. Wish I could get
I know. Thank
like
you.
that. Dang, guys. And I don't know that if I've seen Anthony or not, but he'll put about 5 links. Thank you, Greg. Ro might disagree with you, but thank you.
What's that?
He said, "Good man, Bob." I think he's talking about the art. So.
Oh, That is sweet. Bob can be a sweetheart when he wants to be.
Um, I happen to catch, of course, I have notifications that work sometimes, and I was on the computer, I think, the other night, and I got a notification. I'm like, say it's so. And I still had a wrench and everything. So I got right in there with her. And we
Yes.
had a good time, but caught up a lot. But she had a lot of information to share about her website and what her plans are for that. And so I thought this is perfect to have her on since she's kind of stepped away and now she's back in the thick of things and talk about some of that. So I'll shut up.
Well, the thing I like doing best is just answering questions. If anybody's got questions, me, I'm there, and I can usually get off on a tangent here and there. So I don't mean to be boring, but just been trying to get my fish room straightened up. I've ordered heat packs, so I'm supposed to be sending out shipments tomorrow. Not going to happen, guys. My heat packs still haven't got here. So if Dead Fred's in here, I'll be sending it out Monday. Not this Monday, not tomorrow, but the next Monday.
Oh, yeah. You said you sent him a bunch of shrimp yesterday, earlier in the
Yeah.
week.
Well, I've
Oh,
got them, ready to be shipped out, but I thought I'd have my heat packs by now, but I don't. Because I ordered them Tuesday, so hopefully they'll be here Monday. So
awesome.
that's the only thing holding me up.
I do know where Fred is, also known as Derek by his day job, I think. But no, I do know where Fred is, but I can't remember weather-wise what state. Hopefully, I know
I
you're
want to say
careful about
Michigan, but I'm
shipping.
not sure. Might be, might not be.
If I knew how to do it on here, oh, I got another super chat from Mike's Aquatics and Things.
Thank you, Mike.
Do you know Mike? Changed the
No, I'm just thanking him.
he
um,
changed the name of his channel recently, but I bet you do know him.
Probably
Super,
then.
super cool guy and awesome friend of him, let me tell you. But and keeps cool fish too. But he's done a $10 super chat for the art. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
Um,
Appreciate that.
what was your name before, Mike?
Uh, looks like there's another super chat there.
That's awesome.
There's Patty also for the pet shelter. You know Patty, I think. You have to watch Patty. That's all I'm going to say. You just have to keep an eye on Patty. We like to tease her about her comments. You'll see. You'll see. She's
And
one
Bob
of
is
us.
wearing pants.
She's one of
Bob is
us.
wearing pants, Mike.
Yeah, yeah. I guess on your channel it would be me keeping an eye on her, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like us. She's just her. What about? I was going to say I would bring your website up if I could, but I don't think I know how to do it. I know I don't know how to do it. When I start punching buttons, things go wrong. So what about your website? It's not Get Gills anymore.
No, it's a Wix. I went to Wix and just got a free website. So it don't have the shopping cart or anything. So because right now my issue is with chargebacks and chargeback
Right.
fraud, and that everybody who ships fish knows that's a risk you can take. If you choose to, and excuse me,
Right.
most of the time, whenever you're taking any kind of credit card or anything, you run the risk of getting a chargeback fraud. And with the delays being the way they are, and because of COVID, and you can have your policy, your live arrival guarantee policy, your shipping policy in big bold letters all over the place, and they still don't see it. And next thing you know, you're getting charged back after charge back because of fraud, which did not happen to me, but I've heard of horror stories where it has happened to people. And I decided to prevent that in the future. I had a lady try to do that to me. So I decided to just do PayPal Friends and Family, which, if you're not familiar with PayPal, it's really the same system, except they have a friends and family option. And if a customer was to purchase something from you, friends and family send you money that way, there's no disputing it. And there's no disputing a money order. So that's the way I'm going to do things for now. Um, I'm not I'm not a big business. I can't really take the hits a big business would, and I don't like to be done dirty, because I do my best. If anyone's ever ordered from me, they know I do my best to make things right if something didn't arrive alive or anything. And I just don't like being took advantage of. And if there's a way I could prevent it, I will. So that's why I did that. And it's nothing against Get Gills. It's a great site, you know. And Dan's great. It's a great opportunity. It's just a personal choice I've made to not put myself out there, especially with COVID and the possible problems that could come along with that. So that's the whole reason why I decided to open another website. But for like $15 a month, I can have the shopping cart and choose to take debit cards and all that. And I might do that, just not right now.
Did you say that the new site just takes PayPal and money orders?
Yeah, the way I've got it set up, it's just basically a one-page website.
Oh, that's
And
much better. Is that
yes,
okay with you?
yeah, I need
I
to
always
dim
look
it, but
better
I
in the
don't know
dark,
how.
so there we go. It's much better for me.
But yeah, the way I've got it on there is if you like any of my products, write it down, shoot me an email, let me know what you want, and I'll shoot you a quote. You can either send me a money order or pay me by PayPal, friends and family. And I've got the little button on my webpage to where they can click my PayPal link and send money that way. So that's how I've got that set up for now. And I thought maybe, if I start doing enough to where I can afford a risk, be able to, take a hit every now and again, then I will get a little shopping cart for you guys so you can actually put stuff in your little shopping cart. So it ain't bad. It's just $15 a month. And once I
Um,
get really going, I'll do that.
hold that thought because I'm not going to get too far away from the super chats and stuff because I forget
That's
what
right.
I was talking about. And that's aggravating to me if I super chat and then an hour later the host says, "Oh, I bet it was funny at the time." Well, yeah, it was. Give me my dollar back. You know, uh,
Bird said bomb plus arc equals bark. I like that.
we got we got another super chat from Furlough for $5, and he mentions you in the arc. So thank you, Eric. And we
Thank you.
also got two new members. We got T Bones Fishies and Lee uh, Wilcox. So I was trying to highlight those. Well, it never let me run the chat. Whatever you do. Okay, there's Lee. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
guys.
And I tell you guys too. I was telling Ro today. My monitor's dead on my desktop, and to monetize like all the last 20 videos or whatever, because I'm prone to post more than one a day. I think I've done 3 or 4 already today than this live stream. But you can't click the monetize button unless you're doing it from a desktop. I think a laptop will work. But anyway, I just have an old desktop and I have my phone that I'm using here. So if I try to do it on here, it says go to a desktop. So I'm not monetized for those, but also I can't do members videos. It really lets you do it from just the phone. If anybody knows how to do that from the phone, but I haven't been able to figure it out. So I'm like 2 or 3 weeks behind on posting member videos. So that's what's going on, guys. I'll owe you a bunch of them, and it won't be any problem to do them, that's for sure. So let's see. There's T-Bones. Remember, welcome, welcome. It's weird on the chat. It shows it as blue, but up there it makes it green.
Thanks,
And
Father Fish.
there's Eric Furl again. Eric's a good buddy. He's actually been in your seat. Well, not that seat, but he's actually been here on the screen where you are. He's been on. I'm not sure if he came on as an official guest or if he just came up on a panel. He's been up a couple of times. He's really helped me out when needed somebody to to be on. So he's really good, and he keeps mostly cichlids and a lot of other cool fish. He's got lots of tanks, Rose. So check him out.
Okay.
Uh, let's see. I think I'm caught up to, except those last two down there. Let me scroll back down. I don't want to miss anybody.
Father Fish got 20.
I see that, and then right before that, Rack had one too. I just
Yep.
it jumped. All that scrolling, and then it jumped. So if I miss somebody, I'll never go back and find them. Bro, you're bringing in the big bucks here.
I know. I didn't know I was so popular.
Oh, you are, yeah. Look at that. That's a bird garden, and I don't know if you know or not, Ro. Rack has started a couple of other channels. He's got a pond channel, put in an awesome pond over the fall and the winter. And then he also has a bird channel related to that because he gets all kinds of wildlife out there, birds especially. But thank you,
Well,
Rack, for the $20 super chat. And he's got Bob plus Ark equals Bark. That's kind of cute. Let's see if
I
I can
like that.
steal
Yeah.
that and use that for something at the Ark. I call myself Uncle Bob over there, and the animals are like, yeah, that's old. You've been saying that for 20 years. So, hey, Father Fish, thank you. Father Fish and a super sticker. And Father Fish is a member also. Thank you,
Okay.
Father Fish. I appreciate it. I can't see what super stickers are, though. Are you on YouTube, bro? Or
No,
I'm not
not
either.
on here.
Somebody, one of the mods will tell us, or Father Fish will. Uh, the mods are thanking people for the super chats, but I like to do it too.
I had withdrawals, FishFam withdrawals the whole time I was out. I was so lonely. I was. I missed you guys so much.
See there, look at that row. You see what I told you? People will be trying to buy them wrenches.
The people be what?
Trying to buy those wrenches. You see what Lee's saying there?
Oh, what did he say? I missed it.
He said, I sent Father Fish $20 and he sent that to you, so I deserve a wrench.
I see that.
Lee, they cost a whole lot more than $20, but they can be bought. They can be bought, but not for $20. No, he said. Thank you, Lee, and thank you, Father Fish. Lee's about as crazy as I am, isn't he? Don't answer that.
Yes,
Don't answer that.
I'm
There's
answering
TB,
it.
TB Aquatics. Awesome, awesome. Rawls. I think I sent you some stickers finally.
Yes, I got them. Thank you.
Um,
They're on my board. I got a sticker board.
the wrenches. Hey, shh, shh. That's the Chihuahua getting after the cat, and then the cat will spank him, and he'll run back to me. Father Fish gives wrenches free. Well, give some out for me, Father Fish. Give some out for me. No, I do too. I just have all the mods I need right now. We've got a bunch of them, so and they do a great job. So
I tell people, why give a wrench away a stream, one wrench a stream.
yeah, people be going around now, like we were saying, how people will twist things. They'll be saying that I have to pay me for a wrench. So yeah, Pam, where's that check? Where's that check at? All right, I think that's all the comments and stuff. All right, back to what you were talking about. I know what I was going to ask you. And I don't think you said this. You might have about the shipping. What about shipping? How are you managing that on
Well,
the website?
if I had heat packs, it'd be a lot better. I'd have stuff going out tomorrow. But excuse me, I ship USPS. I was going to ship UPS, but my local store will not allow me to ship anything because they know I ship fish. And apparently, one of the girls in there is subscribed to me. So the franchise owner don't want to ship fish, so I'm left with USPS right now, and kind of worried about it. That's why all my West Coast customers, If I can't ship a transshipper, I'd soon wait until it warmed up a little bit, because I worry about the transit time with these packages.
Right.
And I don't know, I haven't shipped in a while, so I don't know if the delays are as bad as they were at the end of last year. I mean, not like December, but like before I left, like August, September, that time they were getting really bad. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're still that bad, but
Is it that flat rate or is it by weight
yeah,
or flat
flat
rate?
rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Father Fish uh, made another noteworthy comment, which says, "Notice Lee wants a winch, not a wrench." It's funny. Only Father Fish. Let's see. And Maria Z. Uh, she says, "So glad you're back, Ro." She had
Thank
donated
you.
$5 also. Thank you, Maria.
It's glad to be back.
And Ro's one of the few people that hadn't seen the cheese video where you sent me a steamer trunk of cheese. Oh my God, I thought I would kill myself on that cheese. Oh, it was so good.
I don't know if I'll be able to catch up on all the videos I missed because that would take months that I don't have, but I think I can just jump right back in and, catch the updates as they come along. And you updated me on a lot that's happened since I've been out with some of our, FishFam members. And, it's just when you're out of the loop, you kind of, when you do a live stream, you're kind of like, well, you don't know what's happened with some of your people, between three
Right,
months don't seem like much, but it's a lot in the scope of, maybe someone don't have a tanks anymore, or maybe something's changed and you don't know. So you're always wondering if you're gonna put your foot in your mouth. So it's just like,
exactly.
you know, I don't want to
Exactly.
say something wrong. So I'm still trying to make sure that I'm still touching base with everybody before I start, I don't want to ask, how's so and so doing, and then y'all are broke up or something. You know what I mean? It's just
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, there's no shortage of people that need drama, need attention. There are all kinds of reasons for it, but
I don't know
that's,
either, Sean. He asked, he said, "Yeah, I've shipped with them, and they know it was fish. I don't know how they could tell you that you can't." I called UPS and not the store, but they said it's up to the franchise owner of what kind of rules they want to put in place. So I was just wanting to make sure that I wasn't getting, the runaround. But if they're allowed to make the rules, you got to abide by it. I
right,
really don't want to piss people off that I'm going to be hopefully be able to use later in the future. You never know.
right,
So I didn't make a stink about it.
right, right. Um, I told you, Anthony would post a bunch of links, and I think he did. There we go. Thank you, Anthony.
He is.
I think Anthony's one that said to tell you hello. He is, yeah, and I did tell you hello today. Terry,
Are you still doing your drinking game, Anthony?
he did one the other night. Now that you mention that, Friday night, I think.
I was on the one where Blackie went off when
Missed
he threw
that
that
one.
guitar.
I missed it.
Oh,
I
it was
heard about.
great. It was so funny. I watched it for days. Just that one replay, just at the end there where he threw it. It was great. Sorry if you're watching Blackie, but one of my favorite memories in the Fish Fam.
Uh, yeah, I heard about it. I just never did. I kept meaning to go back and watch it or the end
Oh, it's
of it.
hilarious.
Uh, Terry's Tropical Tanks is saying, "How does UPS tell you can't ship fish?"
Well, for one, I was honest. Maybe it was my first mistake, but one of the girls that works there is a subscriber. So she's like, "Hey, you." So if I said, "No, this ain't fish," and she's like, "I know what you do." So I didn't really want to lie and then maybe hurt a future relationship there. So
Right, right,
you got to be careful when you have a YouTube channel. You don't know who may be watching you, who don't. And you're going to have frenemies. You're going to have friends. You're going to, future employers maybe. So you've got to be careful how you conduct yourself and how you act and interact with people because in the world we're in the little fish fam community here, no matter what, if you have a business, a bad reputation is the worst killer. And I've had more than, I mean, I've had my own barbershop for years, and word of mouth can make you or break you. It really can.
Oh,
So
for
you gotta
sure.
be careful.
Yep, definitely. And somebody will. There's statistics about that, but it's well known and a proven fact that something that's a negative comment will get uh, promoted many, many, many more times than a positive comment. Many
Yeah.
more times.
Yeah. I left Gills with a 5-star rating. I mean, I love the website. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people to think that I don't agree with Dan or anything. It's nothing like that. It was just a
Yeah,
personal choice on my
right. Yeah,
behalf.
I understand. And I think he was on there the other night when you were talking about it, and I think he
Yes.
understood it too. In
Yeah.
fact, he said he was going to look into, is it Stripe?
Yeah. It was the payment platform Stripe,
Yeah,
but every platform's the same. So it ain't like
yeah,
the company was just bad. It's just at this time,
that's the way
in
it
this day
is.
and age, it's just the way it is. If you have a business, whether it be PayPal, Stripe, or any other payment platform that you're using, anytime a customer does a dispute or a chargeback, they're automatically going to side with the customer, no matter what evidence you have, no matter what proof you have, because
Sure.
they're in it to make money too. And the way they look at it is you sign a contract before you ever, um, before the first purchase ever comes through. So they tell you right then, if you do a refund or someone does this, we're going to charge your account, period. And then in 6 months, if you win with the slightest possibility, you may get your money back. And, I knew that going into it, but I wanted to still test the waters, and I took the
Sure.
chance and I
Yeah.
found out. So,
Right.
um, but I will tell you that be careful because it could turn a $50 purchase, because it could end up costing you $1,000 easy, because the way those payment platforms are set up is they can ping your account every day, and you can put a stop payment, which is like $30 to a bank for one stop payment. That's one attempt. They can still do it every day. And ever since I've had my account closed, Stripe has sent me 7 emails where they tried to ping it 7 times, even after I closed my account.
Wow.
So that would have been $700, So, and that's something I would have been responsible for. So you've got to be careful. And that's really the only thing I want to tell you guys. The message that, I share my mistakes and successes because I want to teach and help and do what I can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, that's part of it, being a
yeah,
responsible hobbyist to yourself and to your fish fam. So, or at least that's the way I feel about it. Um,
yeah.
I want some opinions on this. This is solicited advice, by the way. I do want to know your opinions or your experience. But Cadence Aquatics asked, I clicked off of it. Thank you, Lazarus. Says, I'm so close to 2K. I know it seems like I'm stuck right before that, but it'll come. Oh, Cadence Sunday. Cadence Aquatics, can I keep an Oscar in a 65-gallon for its whole life? It would have lots of filtration and water changes. Um, that's really great. That I'll say what I think, and then I like some other people. I've only kept Oscars once. Now you see some big South American cichlids behind me. Some of these fish are 10 inches, 11 inches, and I have two pacu in there that are right behind those in size, and will probably end up going in a pond. There's one of them on my shoulder. But that's a 180 behind me, and it's way over filtered. It's got two 110 hang on bags. It's got sponge filters. It's got wave makers. The plants, of course, are sealed because they would eat them. But I think not just the quality of the water. That's probably the most important thing, but the kind of life the fish has. Can it turn around? With not touching the front and back of the tank, that kind of stuff. And that's one reason I like the 180 because it's so deep from front to back.
Well,
Um,
Oscars get about 8 inches, don't they?
they get bigger than that. Some Oscars get over a foot.
Oh, okay.
They do. I didn't know that till recently. I started to say I kept them once, and that was, gosh, 35 years ago.
Now, is that all Oscars, or is it or certain Oscars? Do they get different? Like you got your Playco,
I
some
don't
don't
see.
reach.
I don't know. That's why I said I wanted input because I see them pictures of them and hear people saying no. Some people might say no, that's not big enough because it may. But I don't, like you say, I don't know if it's different types of Oscars. That's one fish that I don't know a whole lot about. I know when I had mine 30 years ago, 35 years ago, I had them in a solarium and I lived in Florida and it was a 55 gallon. And I had taken them from Tennessee to Florida, then to New York, then back to Tennessee with me. So they went wherever I went. That was part of my lifelong keeping fish, that tank was. But we fed them anything they wanted. If we were eating a Wendy's burger, sitting in there, we called it the den, but it was like a closed-in porch, it was a Florida porch. If they wanted a piece of hamburger, they got it, whatever. We fed them junk, I mean, they had food, good food, but they wanted what we ate, of course. Awful, awful care. That's the way they did. And they got about maybe 9 or 10 inches by the time that I had to leave them. What I did was a real good friend of mine in New York wanted them. So when I moved back to Florida, I didn't have to bring those fish. They've gotten big. So mine, I don't know how they eventually got. The lady's died since then, and like I say, the fish probably have too. It's been so long. So what do people saying about that? Yeah, but exactly, Ro. That was this kind of stuff I was thinking about. Throw a
Uh,
sub.
my mother kept one in a 30-gallon, and he was about 8 inches. And I don't know why she did that, but she had a big old albino frog too, and the Oscar ended up eating the frog. Um, oh, that's what happened. The both the fish and the frog died because the fish was choking on the frog. He ate the frog, and she came home and they were dead. So I don't know. It's one of those weird things, but I never agreed with her keeping it in a 30, but she wouldn't let me buy her a tank any bigger. She said that's what she wanted. She didn't want nothing bigger. So, but I wouldn't do it. I'd at least keep them in a 55, depending on their size. And then, once they got up to the 6 inch mark, I would probably, go at least
Right.
to a 120.
Terry, sorry.
Oh, you're
Terry's
fine.
Tropicals Tanks has clarified the big question. Terry's very knowledgeable, so I trust anything he says. Thank you, Terry. He says there's a different color Oscars, but not different size. So there we go. So they are all going to get a foot long. Scott says he's 8 away from having 250 subscribers, and Scott is a great friend of the channel. He keeps rainbows, so he's awesome too that way. Um, so anybody that doesn't know Scott, he's right in the center of our FishFam. So if you guys don't know him, give him a look, and if you like what you see, subscribe. You won't be sorry, I'm sure. Somebody got a lemon tiger today.
Terry says the Oscar police usually stop whining at the 75-gallon mark.
My vote would be a 75 gallon, but I would follow the others. I don't keep them. I just know what from others. Yeah, and one day, guys, I swear I'm going to do it. I keep saying it maybe every few months like this. I'm going to do a vid or some research, and I'm not sure how I want to present it. But if anybody else wants to do it, that wouldn't make me mad to steal that idea. Who the hell makes up, who decides what size tank fish should be in? What's the formula? What are they following? Are they just copying each other over and over and over? Or what? It's like the recommended tank size for my dragon puffer is only a 40 breeder, but that fish is going to get as big as a half grown Oscar, But look at what's recommended for Oscar. So what comes into it?
Well,
What makes the difference?
now, Bob, you can keep 10 fish. It's a fish per gallon. You can keep 10 Oscars in a 10-gallon tank and everything will be all right, according to that old rule. Um,
Let's see.
I don't know
Steph
who makes that. I don't know who makes any of the rules, but
Steph says she's got two, one in a 75. Have two in a 75. One is 9 to 10 inches. One is nearly 12 inches. They're about 2 years old. Jesus. Most Oscars will live 10 years. They are about to get a 125. Well, see, that's
Oh,
what I tend to think, that not that right on the other side of that 180 is my saltwater tank. I say my big one. It's a 125 tank, and I can see two Oscars filling that up. I really can. Thank you, Maria, for sharing Terry's link.
you said Tennessee Aqua is going to go to Nano Fish now. Are you going to do the for Tennessee Aqua? Are you going to do the pygmy sunfish? Because I'm really, I'm really wanting some pygmy sunfish.
Casual Aquatics is saying Oscar's going to live 30 years, and I have no clue. I know I had mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when I gave them up, and they were like 8 inches, maybe 9. They were the same size. Do you see what Mike's Aquatics says there? Rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, I agree.
Sean, who says I can't keep shell dwellers in a big tank? 280 it is. I didn't know you kept them in a tank that big, Sean. I
That's a
saw a
big.
comment about the Oscar police. Petro Man says those two Oscars should be in a 150 gallon or larger. I saw something about the Oscar police. I'll try to get back to it.
Yeah, that they stopped complaining at 75-gallon mark.
Bobby
Stopped
says Tennessee
it.
Aqua. I don't think you know Tennessee Aqua Row, or maybe you do. I think you said you did. We hung out a couple of days ago at the Coral Reef. I think you know about that store. How far is that from you, Row?
I'm not sure. I've never been. I've heard of it, but I've
Oh,
never been.
okay. You would like it. They have plenty of fresh water there, and I hope to go to their warehouse where they breed a lot of their fish, all their clowns, and they supply fish like to the aquatic aesthetics down here. Tammy, she came on and said if it was that's the place that we get our clowns fish from and
They're
stuff.
beautiful
So
clowns. They got some
yeah,
really pretty clowns.
they do. They really do. And I think for the most part, the majority of those clowns. See, I don't know. I've kept salt for 2 years, so I don't know. Never been bored enough about salt to research that, but it would only take a second on Google. Oscars in the wild. I'm bad about not clicking it. Oscars in the wild potentially get 16 inches. Tank setting can reach 14. That's what I've heard was 12 to 14. Truly need 75 gallon per Oscar, so that's 150. Sounds right to me.
I really think they should up the price of those fish simply because of the size they get. Because you see too many baby Oscars in 10, 15-gallon tanks, and it just drives me nuts.
Yeah. Well, and until they're sold, they're in 10 or 20 or 15 or whatever at the stores, or at least the big box stores. And sometimes there might be 15 in there, and that can get aggressive. So I know Amber, Big City Betas, she rescued some Oscars from a situation like that several months ago. And, she keeps small fish, nano fish, and shrimp, that kind of stuff. But she brought those Oscars home. And as far as I know, she's still got them. No, Amber, she does. Terry says the Oscar police usually stop whining at the 75-gallon mark. So awesome, awesome. Triggered
I
a
hate
little
seafood, so
conversation.
you'll love shrimp. If you don't have shrimp already, you will love shrimp. They're so easy and they're cool little critters to watch. They really are.
Yeah, that's something else, guys, is that Ro does her own breeding, her own shrimp breeding, and she has some really unique shrimp. So if you're into shrimp, check those out. Some really cool colors. What was the one, the real dark one? The
Onyx. Or I've got a
yes,
black rose. It's black.
yes,
They're pretty.
yeah. And she really does cull her shrimp. I've listened to her preach about it. I mean, she's shared her ways with me. but she really calls them so that that the lines are set, and all that. So
Oh yeah, you got to keep a good line going.
I remember the very first video I saw of yours. It's like that girl's going somewhere. Everybody's a girl to me. I mean, I'm 65. Don't be offended. That
I'm
woman's
not.
going somewhere. You weren't.
No, I never get offended from you, Bob.
uh, Something that I guess it's okay to say it because we say it in chats. You remember Chewy, don't you?
Yes.
Okay,
How's
well,
Chewy doing?
that's Chewy there that Maria's speaking to now. He's got a new name after all this time. It's the name of his band. It's Lunatic Fringe.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's Chewy. Because I was worried about him. And I was like, where the hell is Chewy? What's going on with Chewy? And they finally told me, he's in here.
I like
I was
that.
getting ready
That's
to
awesome.
email him. Fantastic Freaks. He loves puffers. And I saw your, Austin, I saw your video actually when I was driving home from seeing Roe. I had it up on the windshield. Pretty cool. It was a guide for pea puffers, and I did learn a couple things off that. So just because something may be a fish you've kept, oh gosh, to me, don't not get on the soapbox. You can always learn something, guys. Always. So even if you're just listening to something while you're driving. So, I like those lemon tiger Oscars. If I were going to get an Oscar, if I had the space, that's probably what I would get. I love those. I hate stupid people. Me too. Me
I love that
too.
handle.
Oh, you didn't know who that was, Maria? I thought you knew. Yeah. What do they call? I set you out, Chewy.
John didn't know it either.
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Yeah. Bobby loves the carbons. I meant to tell you that. He
Oh
got
yeah.
2 shrimp yesterday there at the place because they didn't have freshwater stuff. And he bought a super huge net, and they gave him a big discount on that net. The net's like 2 feet by 2 feet. I mean, it's huge. But then he found 2 shrimp. You look to people to pick out one shrimp. That's the way I did with the conch I got. I'm like, know that one, know that one in the video. I'm like, know the next one. Poor
Yeah.
girl. But he got 2 shrimp, and they are beautiful, beautiful. So Rolla sends you shrimp too. She can ship, so
Yeah.
she does ship.
I ship shrimp.
Well, he's
Or
not far from you unless they send it to somewhere else.
if I do a pickup and check out my little setup, take some home with you.
I saw where Brad, Mr. Fish there, said, I don't ship anything for Birmingham. And I was telling Roe while we were driving, I guess, today, that on the same day I had, and I'm not going to belabor the point, I'd sent out 3 boxes to 3 different people. Oh, I guess a month or a month and a half ago now. And one was to Anthony in California. And I shipped all these boxes on late Thursday evening, so they would go right out. So Anthony got his Sunday morning, not even 3 days, 2.5 days. Brad, Mr. Fisher, got his next, and I think it was 2.5, 3 weeks. And of course, everything was dead. If you took a picture of that, Brad, that would be awesome to have it. I don't know if you sent it or not. They were fish I was gifting him, so there wasn't any issue with refunds or anything. But I can get money back from the post office. I just thought of that. Hey, I had
Was
to
it
pay for shipping and stuff,
USPS?
so I'm going to do that. And then Pam's came at 21 days, I think, and hers were a bunch of plants and um some crayfish, and everything was ruined and dead. There was ice on the bags on the top of them. And there was one little crayfish that was barely alive, and she saved her. So,
Was it USPS you use?
do what?
Is it USPS you use?
I was cracking up. When you asked me a question, it would crack up. Do you? Oh, I was going to say sign language, but the last time I told Pam to do sign language, I had to bleep that out. Oh my God. USPS. Yes. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't put that together. You were saying you something. Never pick me for charades. Now you see.
Yeah.
There's Fred right there, Ro.
Yep.
He said,
Hey,
be right back.
oh, he did, didn't he?
Maria hadn't given a time check, but she will be, guarantee you.
We're at 50 minutes.
She, for some reason, I never put a clock in this room. I'm in my living room, dining room, whatever. And I can turn the phone back up to the portrait mode and see the time, but people don't like to be slung around just so I can see the time I found. So, hey, Derek, 44 mega. Skipper. Fred with a fist. Have you seen any of Dead Fred's videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, you, well, yeah, I bet you like him too, because he's like you. He's very much a scientist and a, well, okay, I believe you, but I want to see for myself, or I want to see, or he's very much like the way you think, Rose. So I love his videos.
Yeah, I do too. Very intelligent individual, that Fred is. Yeah. He was my very first subscriber, actually.
Ah,
Yep. You were my third, I think. Yeah.
cool.
Yep. It was really neat. I think it was Deb Fred, Chattanooga, then you. It was neat. Top three right there. How's Ed been? I haven't seen him lately. Not that it's not his fault. It's just I haven't been on here, but
I'll leave that to Roe. Tennessee Aqua says, say ship
ship shrimp
shrimp
5 times
five
fast.
times. I messed that up.
Ship shrimp, ship shrimp, ship shrimp. Yeah, I can't do it.
I'd messed that up. Be getting demonetized, even though it's not monetized.
There's Dead Fred. He's back. Dead Fred, I was talking about you earlier. I bet your ears were burning, but my heat packs did not come in, so I'll be shipping out not tomorrow, but the next Monday. But I got all your shrimp here waiting and healthy and happy. I will feed them since it'll be a little bit before they get out. But yeah, Dave Fred purchased some shrimp from me. So, and like always, I always send a few extras. So when you order from me, you're gonna get a gift in there too. So I always send stickers and some of my superfood and anyways, but I usually throw a little bit in there here and there. So it's always like you never know what you're gonna get. So it's
Um,
fun.
do you see Fantastic Freezes? I'm not sure if he's seen you before. What kind of fish is Roe into? I'll let you answer that, Roe.
Well, I'm into a lot of your invertebrates, the shrimp, the Neocaridina davidi, and your snails. And I'm also into livebearers, swordtails, platies, guppies, um, tetra. I'm into everything basically except for cichlids and your bigger fish simply because of the space issues right now. But I've been in the hobby since I was a kid, I'm reflecting my age here, but I've been very active in the hobby for 30 years. So there's not much I haven't kept. There's not much I haven't bred, except for the only egg layers I really had experience with were angelfish. And I got bored with that after a while. And I moved on. I did spawn some rainbow darters. And now I'm moving on to, I've spawned tetras and livebearers, of course, your shrimp. My favorite part of any of it is breeding it. And that's just if I can't breed it and it's pretty to look at, that's great. But my favorite part is watching them have babies. That's just what I like to do, and you have to have something to do with all these babies, you know. So
Right.
I sell them to support my addiction, which is
Um,
aquarium.
she mentioned rainbow darters, but also there's a little more to that than that because Roe is one of those spootniks or splunkniks or whatever the people that go in the cave. What is that word called? Spelunker?
Spelunkers.
Spelunker.
Um, I was one of the ones that would rescue spelunkers. I was with Cave Rescue, and we would have to go in there and rescue people. And it wasn't often, but it was mostly your redneck. Oh, bless you, bless you, Bob.
That was, oh, that was that bracelet I've been playing with all day. That
Oh, I thought you
they're made.
sneezed.
No, that did sound like a sneeze, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, if you play that back, I swear it sounded like a sneeze.
It did. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna lay it down for a minute. Amy will get on me about it. So.
But no, I was involved in cave rescue. We'd go in there and there'd be a bunch of rednecks drinking, getting drunk, and building a fire in a cave, or they end up getting hurt, break an ankle or something. We'd have to go in there and get these fools out. And if you're going to go caving, don't build a fire in a cave because you've got I don't know how many tons of rock right above your head, and when rock heats up, it expands and contracts like with most things. So just don't ever do that. Not a wise thing. But yes, I used to go caving, and if I was able, I still would. I loved it. So
Um, Fantastic, says answering you back. But before that, Scott with Fancy Tail Aquatics says he's trying to talk to you, Ro. He said, I'm not sure who the guest is, but her accent is adorable.
aw, thank
Scott,
you.
that's Ro. Check her out. That's Ro.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's got some awesome guppies, Ro. Scott does.
Check them out.
Fantastic, says love angelfish and rainbows too outside of puffers. I'd love to have a bigger library tank at some point. I've never had too much luck with them, though, sadly.
I'm sorry.
Libraries are definitely not like they were back in the day. Back in the day, you keep them in a mud puddle. I'm almost literally, but now they've been so inbred and the strains weakened and all that. So.
Well, I talked about that the other night on my live stream about how they're so fragile, and I harden mine off. I do. People can call it cruel or whatever, but if you are raising children and you keep them in a bubble, their immune system will never develop. You've got to expose them to some things, and I do harden my fish off, so they're really hardy. So the guppies you get from me are going to be pretty stout. I don't believe in babying fish because it ruins the genetics in the long run if you baby things too much. You do have to. You're playing with nature, so you can't just be complete control. You've got to let nature have her way on some things, even though you're selectively breeding it, and you still got to let her have her way on some things because you will baby a fish to death, and then it'll be so fragile that no one can keep it. So
Some of them die on the way home. It's so stressful. So
I know it's crazy.
that's Yazzie Rowe. That's the one that Pam's got we don't talk about it much, but him and Pam have something going, don't you, boy?
Oh,
Them love each other, don't you, baby? He'll get with you now. He's 4.5 pounds. You don't get on the bad side. You know how Chihuahuas.
my dog would love to be able to do that, but he's 220 pounds, a big old English Mastiff. So
You still got it, yeah.
yeah, Brute.
And
I ain't like
since
Brute
I've
girl.
watched all the videos of you clearing the land and working on the pond, and Rose got a pond too, a big pond. You had angelfish, I think, in it last year, didn't you?
Oh, I've had everything in it from angelfish. I've had everything I've had in that thing, and that's like the Miracle Grow pond. Anything I put in there always doubles in size. And by the time the summer's over, I take it out. And it's all the natural food we get. I don't feed them. That they just, it's a natural habitat I created there for them. But I've got three. I took an IBC tote, a big IBC container, and cut it in half. So I got two more ponds that size, and I've got the one out front. So I want more. I want to take a swimming pool and actually turn it into a little pond. So.
There's your link posted, and that's the last comment. Hey, Fish Keeping Jamaica. That's the last comment I'm going to highlight because I'm otherwise in here with this baby. But Ro, do you mind signing us off or signing us out or telling people goodbye? Or
I don't mind at all. I appreciate you having me up and letting me hang out. I've had a great
appreciate
time.
you coming. I'm surprised you did. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I love to. Oh, there's Tiffany.
I lied. Thank you, Tiffany. And I hope I see you tomorrow, Tiffany. I don't know if you're going to be at Ginger's or not, but I hope I see you tomorrow.
It's great to be back, guys. And I do appreciate you guys coming. And thank you for all the super chats. I'm sure the ARC will appreciate it very, very much. And I'm just glad you let me have this opportunity, Bob. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you, Ro. Appreciate it.
No
Thank you,
problem.
guys, and I will see you all Wednesday at 6, same channel. And I have asked a guest, but haven't had a confirmation yet. But hopefully we'll have a guest then. But if not, we'll be fine. We do fine by ourselves. But it was a real treat to have you, Ro. I appreciate it.
I
And
appreciate
we
being
ran
up here.
close to 60 people most of the time, and that's really good for a Sunday night. It really
It
is.
is. It is. I've
It
had a
is.
blast.
See you guys. See you, Ro. If you want to hang out for a minute, I'll do that. If not, we'll talk later. Bye,
Yeah, I'll
guys.
holler at you tomorrow. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go hop in the bed with the kiddos. It's a school night, so
And
all right, guys.
also, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but Rose lost a little bit of weight, and she's
Yes,
fussing about it. But I think she looks great. I'm
thank you, both.
nursing it up.
Appreciate it.
You don't need to lose any more, but she looks great. Bye, guys.